keeping it moving. A few more things we have to talk about before we get up out of here. The U.S. government is trying to ban TikTok, y'all. The U.S. government is say they had it with this TikTok situation, and it's about to be over with. The Congress have passed a bill that is looking to ban the Chinese media company TikTok. If the bill is passed, and it looks like it may be passed, it might be over for TikTok. Now you got old folks that didn't want to get on TikTok, they happy. Young folks out here whining and crying. Cause they like, God dang, we about to lose our TikTok, man. We leaving the country if they ban TikTok. Them folks, you know what I'm saying, say that they not gonna have that. They leaving the country if they ban TikTok, man. But again, what you guys feel like? You know what I'm saying? Y'all feel like, will TikTok sell? So the Congress is forcing TikTok to sell to an American company, or they gonna ban it. And y'all know Trump tried to ban TikTok when he was in presidency. So, I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't know.
But we need to talk about TikTok. TikTok, if you will, it is the 24/7 news channel of so many of our young people, and it's like Al Jazeera on steroids, amplifying and intensifying the anti-Semitism and the anti-Zionism with no repercussion. But we need to talk about TikTok.
Yeah, so it was kind of hard to, to do those TikToks anyway, man. It's hard to get down on them TikToks anyway.
That because it's not fucking owned by China. It's just fucking not. 60% of the company is owned by international investors, including U.S. investors. 20% is owned by its founders. The other 20% is owned by the employees, nearly 10,000 of which are U.S. citizens. And I know they're not trying to ban it to protect the private information of Americans from the CCP. Do you know how I know that? Because all American user information is on servers in Texas, already overseen by a U.S. company called Oracle. So we know it's not because it's owned by China, and we know it's not to protect our personal information. So the only valid question is, why do they want to ban it? And the answer to that is this isn't about TikTok. If you actually take the time and read through the bill that they just passed, here's one very important thing that this bill allows them to do. That is to shut down or take control of any social media platform that they claim interferes with the election. And who would make that determination? President. The president would have complete power on whether or not to shut down a social media platform. Oh, and if that platform wanted to appeal it, that is going to be ruled by the D.C. Court of Appeals. This concentrates power over all social media platforms that don't want to get in line, that don't want to give the government what they want, that don't want to do what the government says. That's all this is about. See, they tried to do this before. They tried to do it with Facebook and Instagram, but Facebook and Instagram got in line. They didn't do it with Twitter for a while because Twitter was doing what they told them to do. But then once Elon bought it, they tried it again because X wouldn't get in line. But they couldn't build up enough support for that. One, because Elon's a fucking billionaire. And two, because he's an American who's liked, and they couldn't get enough support to shut him down. So now they're trying it again using the specter of Chinese owned. Aren't you worried about your privacy? No, if I was worried about my privacy, I wouldn't use Google. I wouldn't use Alexa. I wouldn't shop on Amazon. I wouldn't use facial recognition on my phone. I wouldn't go on Facebook and Instagram because we know they're stealing our information. I wouldn't hold this phone in my hand because we all know it's listening. And people are wondering why the government was able to come together and agree on this. Why wouldn't they? Why would the government not come together and agree on granting themselves power? Because that's all this bill does. It takes away your right to privacy and communication and gives it to them.
You're listening to Doja Told Ya Radio.
There you go. So it's a little bit deeper, darker criminal link involved with the banning of TikTok. A lot of kids will be sad. A lot of old folks will be pushing around their power. But I don't know. We're going to see what happens with the banning of TikTok. First, Universal was taking their music off of TikTok. Now they talking about, y'all ain't gonna be able to TikTok at all now. So we just gonna keep y'all updated if the bill passes. And yeah, it gets a little. It's always deeper than rap. I tell y'all that much. You know what I'm saying? So you always gotta just watch out for what the real story is. Okay, so moving right along. This has nothing to do with TikTok,